Right then lads, welcome back to another FIFA 23 video. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. This is content that I've uploaded in previous years, and I'm going to be bringing you a squad of the most hated players on FIFA 23. Now of course, if you enjoy, a like would be super appreciated. Let's see if we can hit 250 ratings, and of course, if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed the content, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Now to build this team, what I'm going to be doing is going through FUTBin and checking which players have got the least karma for their position. So it's going to be basically community voted by people on FUTBin. Some of them as well are like weird. Right back, for example, is Neco Williams, and the only reason he's hated is because he was like bad content during the World Cup and people were moaning at EA rather than Neco Williams. So for cards like that, I'm not going to include them. I'm actually going to put in players that are hated for a specific reason. Right then lads, going to be building this team in a 4-4-2 formation. And to kick things off is going to be the goalkeeper. For this position, the most hated player is actually Iker Casillas. Even though he is an icon, he tarnished his reputation within the community earlier in the year when he put out a very controversial tweet. He was actually doing it like as a jest, but people took offense to it as it was actually about him being homosexual. He was actually tweeting that he was gay, even though he only done it for a joke. And obviously, like, that's just not the type of thing that you should joke about. So he's got a lot of downvotes due to the fact that people actually think that he's homophobic for joking about this topic. So on FUTBin, right, Iker Casillas isn't actually the most hated goalkeeper. The one who's the most hated is actually going to be a guy called Gene, so we'll put him down on the bench. And the reason that I'm not including him is because the only reason that people dislike this card is because earlier on the year, when he was required as an SBC card, he was like extinct at 10,000 coins, right? And people are moaning in the comment section saying like, all the bots are buying this item and I can't complete my Advanced League and Nation SBC. So I thought that was quite funny. Definitely deserves an honourable mention. Next then, for the right back position, we've actually got another Spaniard, so not a good start for this nationality. In this position though, it is going to be Pedro Porro that plays in the Portuguese league. And looking through the comment section on FUTBin, the reason he's actually the most downvoted player for this position is because he actually cheated with João Felix's girlfriend. So the community obviously didn't like this. The top comment, if you look on his page, is actually red link to João Felix, which is quite a funny little FIFA meme there. But yeah, that obviously caused people to dislike this card and make him one of the most downvoted cards on the game. So definitely worthy of getting into the team for this reason. It's always weird, right? This happens so regularly between footballers. There will actually be another one later on this video. I'm sure you guys can probably already guess who it is. Actually, if you're seeing this part of the video, let me know in the comment section down below. What card do you reckon I'm talking about? It's quite an obvious one, to be fair. But for the right back position, we've got Pedro Porro. And the reason being is because he did in fact cheat with João Felix's girlfriend. At centre back, the first player of two, of course, is actually a bit. I think this is quite harsh, right? Even as a Liverpool fan, we've got Harry Maguire. He played well at the World Cup. He definitely did. His appearances for England have been impressive, to be fair, but unfortunately, due to the fact that Man United signed him for a massive fee and the fact that he's Manchester United captain and they weren't going through a very good spell last year. Like, a lot of these ratings were done at the start of the game when like the ratings were released. People have kind of just memed Harry Maguire for his performances. If you look on FUTBin, the top rated comments, like, I mean, it is funny. It says Thierry Henry invented the no-look pass, Firmino invented the no-look shot, and Harry Maguire invented no-look defending. So he's kind of just a meme. I do feel sorry for the guy. He's an 81 rated card, like I mentioned, had a good World Cup. His appearances for England have been decent, but he does actually make this team as the highest, as like the most downvoted centre-back on Ultimate Team. And in my opinion, the guy who's going to be playing left centre-back should be much more downvoted than Harry Maguire. So then, for the left centre-back, we actually have Kurt Zouma. Now, of course, this guy went viral for all the wrong reasons on social media, again, earlier in the year. And that's because he had an issue where he actually, like, it was animal abuse, right? Terrible. Like, what he done was shocking. I think West Ham, actually, as a club, dealt with the situation very poorly as well, which didn't help. He, like, played the next game, which was just crazy. I'm sure a lot of you guys will be aware of what happened, but essentially, he he kicked the cat, which is just like, mate, I've got a cat myself, right? Absolutely love him. Could never think about doing stuff like that. He was laughing as well in the video, like, clearly has absolute no regard for, like, the cat's health, or, like, I don't understand what type of person you've got to be to abuse an animal, to be honest with you. And like I mentioned, the fact that he isn't more downvoted on Footbin than Harry Maguire is kind of disappointing, to be fair. Like, this guy should be one of the most downvoted cards on Ultimate Team, in my opinion. And the fact that he's not even the most downvoted for his position is kind of crazy. But anyway, for the left centre-back, we do have Kurt Zouma. At left-back then, guys, we do have a player definitely worthy of making this most hated 11. It's going to be Nico Schulz from Borussia Dortmund. If we look through the comment section on Footbin, apparently this guy, it was to do with domestic abuse. Like I mentioned, like I'm a fan of American sports and stuff, and some of the top players in like the NFL, for example, who have been found guilty of domestic abuse, have been kicked out of the league and never play a game ever again, completely ruin their career, even though they had like multi-million-dollar contracts. So the fact that this guy still represents Borussia Dortmund is kind of disappointing, to be fair. But that is the reason behind him making this most hated 11. Over at right midfield, we have got another Spanish player. These guys are shrouded in controversy. This one actually is due to a racist tweet, which, I mean, I can't believe that we're in 2022, right? Going into the new year, and people are still so, like, they don't understand how important it is that we all accept each other regardless of, like, race, gender, anything like that. The fact that stuff like this still happens in this day and age is just crazy. And this guy is actually going to feature due to a racist tweet that he did put out against another professional. That was Vinicius Jr. I actually remember this happening. It was due to like the celebrations and stuff that Vinicius Jr. was doing. He did delete it and apologise and stuff like that, but still, like, that's just no excuse for what he done. Absolutely no excuse. So that's why he makes this team in the right midfield position. Next, we do, of course, have two central midfielders for this squad. The first is going to be Axel Witsel. This is actually, right, he's downvoted. Maybe this guy should have made the bench. The only thing is, though, there's going to be a different player on the bench instead. That's going to be an honourable mention. He's the most downvoted player for the central midfield position, simply due to the fact that it's like not even in his control. It's because he was given a -27 pace downgrade by EA this year. He's got 34 pace. The comment section is quite funny for this, to be fair, on Footbin. People like saying that he must have lost a leg in order to receive such a big downgrade. But yeah, that's the reason why he is actually the highest, or like the most downvoted item for this position. Right, this next player, I'm actually glad that he's been downvoted on Footbin, because when Liverpool have played against him, I don't know, he's just one of those players that I very much dislike. His antics on the pitch and stuff like that, like, mate, you guys will all know after watching the World Cup, just, like, he is a FIFA rat, but in real life. Right, we've got Paredes. Obviously, very controversial what happened recently at the World Cup, with him kicking the ball at the Netherlands bench. It was a very heated game, went to extra time, then penalties, and he was involved in like a very controversial part where people are saying he should have been sent off for his tackle as a yellow card, and then his reaction where he kicked the ball purposely at the Netherlands bench. Personally, I think probably should have been 2 yellows, and as a result, a red card. But, mate, like I mentioned, when Liverpool have played against this guy, I think it was when he was playing for PSG, actually, I just disliked his mannerisms on the pitch. He is literally just the definition of a rat. I did say, didn't I was going to do an honourable mention for the central midfielders, and this guy is quite funny, the reason behind him being downvoted. Remember that Gossens, which was the road to the knockouts or the road to the final? I can't remember. I actually completed it, by the way. Apparently, this guy cost Gossens a rating upgrade. I actually think I remember. Nobody's mentioned exactly the reason, like, or the moment, but I think I remember it was like the 90th minute, and he had an opportunity to square the ball to like one of his teammates for a tap-in, and instead he tried to shoot and missed. That's one of the reasons why this guy is downvoted. The fact that he didn't pass and cost Gossens an upgrade. I actually thought that was quite a funny reason as to why he's one of the most hated players on Ultimate Team. Right then, at left mid, this is just going to be... Actually, it's a position where there's not too many downvoted items. This card that we're going to put in though, Robert Pires. And the reason being is just simply because the fact that he's bad on FIFA and people got him from their icon packs. It's quite funny looking at the comments actually. The top voted one on Footbin is, we all know why you are here. ... Pain. So it's people that have got this guy from their guaranteed icon pack and then decided to check him out on Footbin, realizing that he actually is one of the worst cards that you can get from completing that SBC. So he's obviously a legend of the game, Premier League great as well, but makes this team simply because the fact that his base card is terrible on Ultimate Team. For our first striker in this squad, I've actually got a card that I have mentioned earlier in the video. It's going to be Mario Icardi. For those of you that don't know, this guy has got a little bit of a history with his former teammate. I think it was Maxi Lopez, if I remember correctly. Let me just Google that. Yeah, Maxi Lopez, Argentinian striker. Whilst these were teammates, right, Icardi actually cheated with Lopez's wife, then got married to her. If I remember correctly as well, I think Icardi might have like a tattoo of Maxi Lopez's kids. Something crazy like that, right? So yeah, I actually think that Icardi has got tattoos of Maxi Lopez's children on his body. Which obviously, like, if he's now their stepfather and whatnot, we don't know what's going on in the family life, but that's just crazy, right? Maxi Lopez, the guy has just been absolutely savaged. Like, it's terrible what happened to him. And that's the reason why Icardi is by far the most downvoted striker on FIFA 23. Finally then, guys, we have got our left striker. And this is, again, similar to the reason why other cards have been selected. We've got Lacazette. So, people actually do like this guy, at least from what I'm aware. But the reason he is the most hated is because this Team of the Week card, 84 overall, was in the same Team of the Week when there was an inform Kylian Mbappe. And with this item being 84 overall, he is, of course, a French striker walkout as an inform. So people packed this guy thinking that they were going to get Kylian Mbappe. So that's the reason why he's actually one of the most downvoted players and one of the most hated on FIFA 23. Simply because the fact that people thought they might have been packing Mbappe, but instead they got Alexandre Lacazette. Before we do jump into the gameplay with this squad, which I'm not looking forward to by the way, we have to select the manager. And I've gone with Diego Simeone. I think this guy he's basically Marmite, isn't he? You either love him or you hate him. I'm sure the Atletico Madrid fans absolutely love what this guy has done for their club. Been a very successful manager, but he's controversial. So we'll whack him in as the manager and go jump in some gameplay and see what this squad's going to perform like. It's weird, right? I'm going to play Div Rivals. I might be hoping that I lose because I don't want to play with this team because the majority of them are scumbags. I just realised I've got no custom tactics set up neither, so this is going to be horrendous. I think I just need to just try and play conservative. It's Div 3, which is decent. Let's have a look what he's going to have. Just a sweat squad really, isn't it? Mate, come on. We've got a Cardi up top, playing against some of like the most disgusting defenders on FIFA. Axel Witsel might only have one leg, but he's able to get an interception for us. Oh my god. Oh my god. We are 1-0 up. Little racist. I actually don't want these players to be good though. This is the problem. It's very conflicting right now. Nobody ever wants to lose on FIFA. But that guy is actually a racist scumbag. So we can't celebrate the goal. No, this is going to be a goal, isn't it? Oh, he's missed. I can see us. Oh, pulling off a good save there as well. That's the first chance that he's had and he really should have scored it. Go on, Icardi, you dirty cheats. Oh my god, Atani's put us 2-0 up. I can't believe it. Justice for Maxi Lopez. Screw Icardi, bro. We're Team Lopez over here. I can't believe I'm 2-0 up. I'm actually 2-0 up with this team. It's the most hated 11 on FIFA, and it's actually winning right now in Div Rivals. Did he stay onside? I don't think so. Wow. He actually stayed onside. Oh my god. Why is this team actually playing well? I want them to be crap. This is not how I expected this video to go. It's gotta be. This has gotta be the goal. Ike Casillas is a stud, mate. He's unbelievable. The guy's actually class. If it wasn't for his tweets, right, he'd never make it into this squad. He's always been regarded as one of the GOATs as a goalkeeper. Lads, I can't believe it's happened. We've been able to win with the most hated team on FIFA 23. Like, this is the thing. I don't want to give them any credit because the majority of the cards are in that team because they're scumbags, right? But they played well. Let's just say, right, okay, Harry Maguire, he's not a scumbag. He's in there because kids are stupid, right? He should never be downvoted. The guy had a fantastic World Cup. Also, as a Liverpool fan, I enjoy the fact that he doesn't play well for Man United. Left mid as well, should never be in there. Robert Pires, he played well for us. And then the second striker as well. Can't remember who it was, but I remember the second striker was actually a decent player. That's it, Lacazette, the Mbappe troll. It's actually insane that I've been able to win with this team. Do you know, boys, it'll wrap things up for this video. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. Let me know in the comment section down below what other squads do you want me to build in the future. But other than that, hopefully, I'll catch you guys next time.